Hello there, I'm Corel Painter Master Aaron Rutten, and welcome to another episode of my Digital Artist Vlog. In this episode, we're going to talk about the importance of social media. So what is social media? That's websites like Facebook and Twitter and Google+, and their purpose is to allow you to be able to build an audience and then engage with that audience. So for example, a fan who can interact with you by commenting on your work and liking the artwork that you post is going to feel more engaged with you. They're going to feel more like you're a real person than if they're just looking at your work on a website and they're not having any of that interaction with you. So besides that, the other benefits from the artist's point of view are that you can do things like resurface your old content to get a new audience interested in it. You could discuss your work in an open forum or critique your work. You could give like a special artist insight into why you painted a particular piece or how you painted it and show some pictures of like the work in progress. So these are in no particular order, but let's look at some examples of the social media websites that I use. First, we have Facebook here, and this is my fan page. So it's kind of like a business page. You can see it has some general information about me. What I use this for is to post links to my artwork because I have a lot of my artwork stored here in the photo galleries, and it's organized pretty well in some nice albums that are sorted by year and by topic. So you can see I have some work that I've done where it shows the work in progress. I have work in progress for this acrylic painting, and then everything's kind of sorted by month and by year. If I have something quick that I want to say, I'll post it here on my timeline. Your timeline's kind of like a bulletin board where you can say, hey, check this out, my peacock artwork is on the box of Corel Painter, and I posted a little picture for people to see, and then people can go in and comment on it if they want. Some other examples are these pieces of artwork that I posted in 2011 that I'm just kind of recycling again. Basically, I'm posting this image that came out on March 29th. I posted it this year again on March 29th, so I'm going back through this year's worth of images. Because back in 2011, everybody saw all these images, but now that it's been a few years, I have a lot more new fans that haven't seen this work, and this is a good way to show it to them. Now, a lot of these websites are basically the same, and you're probably wondering why have more than one of these. Well, they all kind of cater to different audiences and different demographics, and they all kind of have their different purposes. Like Facebook is kind of an all-purpose website. Twitter is very similar to Facebook, except you tend to want to post kind of smaller little blurbs that are more text-based, like, little quotes and things like that. But you'll see I posted the same image here and the same text that I posted on Facebook. There's nothing wrong with doing that. You probably do want to try to change things up a little bit, but you can post the same message to each of these. And then let's say you reach 100 people on Facebook, you might reach a completely different 30 people on Twitter, and then a completely different audience on Google+. So here on Twitter, I have some tweets. Those are basically just little posts in that same bulletin board style. You can see I've tweeted each time I've liked a video or posted a new video on YouTube, and anytime I have a little message that I want to share with people. Now, how often do you do this? You want to be consistent, but you don't want to be spammy. So I would say don't post too many times per day on the same social media website. If you do, try to spread it out and post maybe once in the morning and once in the evening. You don't want to do like 10 in a row because people are going to end up unsubscribing from you, and that's going to have a negative impact on your career rather than a positive one. But you do want to be consistent, so you could post daily or post weekly, but try to have a consistent schedule and maybe post every Monday or every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Just have some consistent schedule. That way people will have a reason to want to subscribe to you because they know that if they check in later, they'll see new stuff rather than just kind of hoping that you'll post something whenever you feel like it. Let's take a look at Google+. Very similar to Facebook, except there's an entirely different audience of people that use it. Now, Google Plus is good because there's a lot of integration with YouTube and a few other websites. So I put a lot more effort into my Facebook page because I've had it for longer, but I am starting to add more to Google Plus because it's definitely worth doing. You can see here it's the same bulletin board style thing where I have a lot of the same posts. Let's take a look at Tumblr. Now, Tumblr is kind of the same, but this is a more specialized website where what you're supposed to be posting is kind of more blog-based. Since my work is kind of loosely like a blog, it's just kind of a overall log of what I'm doing with my career and my artwork. I tend to just share posts, but every now and then I'll write actual articles and blogs too. Let's take a look at Pinterest. Now, Pinterest is kind of cool. It's just a way of highlighting things on the internet and saying, hey, this is something that I approve of or something I like. I'm going to pin it to this board, and you can have different boards. Generally, people use this to pin other people's work, but you could use it to share your own work. So I have all these different categories for my videos, like draw this. There's a board, which I can pin or share videos to. So now I have all these different categories, and if someone prefers to browse my videos this way, rather than do it on my website or on YouTube, they can go here and they can look on my Pinterest page, and they can see all these nice categories for landscape painting tutorials and so on, and then they can play any of these videos. And if they want to share this video with their friends, they can pin it as well to one of their boards. Let's take a look at Deviantart. This is a really good one if you're an artist. It tends to be geared more towards the kind of younger generation, but a lot of people use this, and it's a really popular website. It's a way just to kind of upload your work and get critique. As soon as you upload something new, it gets featured in the latest artwork gallery on the main page of DeviantArt, so people are generally going to see your work within a couple of seconds of you posting it, and you might get some likes and favorites immediately. There's also like a really big forum-based community here if you want to get involved with a lot of artists and join different groups and do contests and things like that. It's really interactive and fun. Let's take a look at my favorite one of all, which is YouTube. YouTube is a social media website, and this one I've been getting the absolute most exposure from. I have way more subscribers on YouTube than I do on probably any of these other websites combined. Now, posting on YouTube isn't like it is on Twitter and Facebook, where you can just post a little piece of text or a picture. You have to actually make a video. And that's kind of a complicated thing to do if you're going to make something like the stuff that I make. But if you just want to make a basic video of you holding your camera phone up to yourself and recording yourself talking about what you're working on, or just show some slides of before and after pictures or your work in progress, you could do something like that. YouTube is just a really, really, really good way to get yourself exposure and connect with your audience, because people get to hear your voice and see your face. So it gives you even more of that personal connection that fans want. And the good thing about all these websites is a lot of them all link together. Like, for instance, if I go to this one video here and I want to share this video, I can scroll on down to the bottom here and click on share. And then if I click on any of these, like Tumblr, for instance, I can, within a couple of clicks, just a couple of seconds, post this video to Tumblr, and it'll automatically get posted to Tumblr. I could click on Pinterest and pin it to Pinterest. So you can see really quickly, I can go click, 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 and just post all of these rapid fire to all of these websites. And then they're there, and people can enjoy them. And as long as I'm not blasting people with 10 or 20 posts a day on the same website, most people don't unsubscribe. A lot of people enjoy the stuff that I post. And you have to present value. You can't just say, hey, here's my artwork, buy it. Sometimes you have to give stuff away for free to sell something. Don't feel like you're going to pester people by putting your work out there. People like free stuff, and you sharing your work is basically giving away something free. You're letting them see your artwork for free. You're letting them see how you do what you do for free. You're giving them, free art lessons or free insight. So people are going to enjoy that rather than be annoyed by it. Now, the most important thing that I can share with you for social media is this website that's called Buffer. Now, Buffer is really helpful because it'll let you schedule posts and auto post to multiple websites. So for instance, I could post a particular image or a particular link or a video simultaneously to Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, Twitter, and I can connect even more accounts here. I can schedule these for a particular time of day or a particular day, and I can really just set this up once a week, schedule out all of my posts, and each of these posts will post on Facebook one a day as I schedule them. If I jump over to Facebook, you can see that Buffer has been posting one a day. So that makes my life a little easier. And last but not least, let's take a look at Patreon. Now, Patreon's an interesting website because it lets fans donate to support their favorite artists. So it has this social media component where you can share things, images or files or videos with your fans, but you can limit those posts to people who have donated X amount of money. So I have this particular VIP option here where if you want to donate $10 a month, each month you get access to my VIP feed, which has some pretty cool stuff if we want to take a look. We have some early releases of my videos that people get ahead of time, And there are some new brushes for Corel Painter. I create 2 each month, and my Patreon donors get early access to those brushes before anybody else. I have a brush for twigs. It's a really cool brush. I have a special coupon code here that people on Patreon got first access to. And here's the other brush I released that was a pastel brush. And you can really put in any kind of reward that you want here, but this is another good way for fans to be able to connect with artists and feel like there's this deeper personal connection. Alright, so I hope this video helped make a little more sense of how and why to use social media. If you like this video and you find my videos helpful, go ahead and join these fine folks on Patreon that have been donating every month to help make my videos better. You can kick down $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, $10,000, whatever you want, because I need to make something off of my time and efforts. And right now I have 14,000 subscribers, yet only 27 people are donating money. So we got a little work to do here. Now, you're asking yourself, now, why should I give you a bunch of money? Well, there are different reasons, because if you do, I can do a lot of cool stuff with my time, and that is things like special webinars that you could join for free. I can improve the quality of my videos by getting a better camera and better audio gear, which I have done periodically, and it's improved the quality of my videos quite a bit. I can travel to make digital painting videos. I could create a special tutorial website for my videos. The best of all, I could remove the ads from my YouTube tutorials so you don't have to watch those stupid ads all the time. Open a digital art studio, publish a book, travel internationally, and so on. And ultimately, this will all equal a lot of really cool, unique content that only I could release, and the best way to help make that happen is just to kick down some money and help support that. So I hope you found this video and all of my videos helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.